only place you'll wanna be is underneath my Christmas tree.
Sometimes being bad is the only way to be good. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 naughty but nice Christmas songs.
Santa Claus is coming. Santa Claus is coming to my house.
For this list, we're looking at those Christmas songs that may not be as G-rated as some of the more traditional holiday tunes.
Put your junk in that box.
Free.
Make her open the box, and that's the way you do it.
I don't want a lot for Christmas.
Number 10, All I Want for Christmas Is You, Mariah Carey.
I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know.
Mariah doesn't want much for Christmas, and with the 50 mil this classic has earned in the decades since its release, she certainly got a lot more than she asked for.
I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need.
Coy, sweet, sultry, and making good use of her 5-octave range, Mariah just wants you for Christmas.
Oh baby, all I want for Christmas is you.
Sure, she probably had a particular you in mind, but what is Christmas if not a time to dream? Carey has revisited the song a couple times since 1994, most notably a remix in 2000 and a 2011 duet with Justin Bieber.
I hear those sleigh bells ringing. Santa, won't you bring me the one I really need? Won't you please bring my baby to me?
But it's the original that has us hanging our stockings by the mantle with care. Although seen as a risky release by her label, the track has gone down as an instant Christmas classic, in large part due to Mariah's saucy but not too saucy wish list. Number 9, Merry Christmas Baby, Johnny Moore's Three Blazers.
Merry Christmas, baby. You should treat me nice.
First written, recorded, and released by Johnny Moore, Merry Christmas Baby has been a naughty alternative to Silent Night since 1947.
Well, I wanna kiss you, baby, while you standing 'neath the mistletoe.
It's been covered by everyone from the likes of Bruce Springsteen to Christina Aguilera, Jessica Simpson to Elvis Presley. But regardless of who sings it, Merry Christmas Baby is bound to give you a tingle in the tinsel.
I said, Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas, baby. Are you sure that treat me nice?
Ditching the milk and cookies for more grown-up festivities, our narrator plans to make full and proper use of company and mistletoe. Pick your favorite version, dim the lights, and you have the perfect Christmas soundtrack for an intimate sleigh ride for two.
Yeah, I feel like I'm living in paradise. Oh, come on, let's sing it now, everybody. Santa Claus got stuck in my chimney.
Number 8, Santa Claus Got Stuck in My Chimney, Ella Fitzgerald.
Santa Claus got stuck in my chimney, stuck in my chimney, stuck in my chimney.
Just how racy is this Christmas ditty? It's so racy that the Queen of Jazz herself prevented it from ever being reissued during her lifetime.
Roly-poly, fat and round, there he was in the middle of the chimney.
Recorded on a Tuesday in September 1950 and released on 78 RPM single for Christmas that year, Santa Claus Got Stuck in My Chimney was notably absent from Fitzgerald's 1960 album Ella Wishes You a Swinging Christmas, and only saw a re-release after her death in 1996.
Yet I find that things don't always turn out as they should.
Why, just last Christmas.
But why? Well, it's quite possible it wasn't a chimney his roly-poly fat and roundness was stuck in. Ella's reservations aside, it's a cute and flirty little thing with just the right amount of sugar and spice.
Just for you this year.
Santa Claus, come on down the chimney.
Christmas, Christmas.
Number 7, Santa Claus is Back in Town, Elvis Presley.
Well, it's Christmas time, pretty baby, and the snow is falling on the ground.
Well, aren't you in a festive mood, Mr. Presley? Coming off the imaginatively titled Elvis's Christmas album, the biggest selling Christmas album of all time, mind you, Santa Claus Is Back in Town may very well be the most sexually charged song to be released in the 1950s mainstream.
Santa Claus is back in town.
Sure, it mentions all of your traditional holiday touchstones, snow, reindeer, sleighs, but whatever Elvis has in mind, you can rest assured it isn't season's greetings and eggnog.
Hang up your pretty stockings. Turn off the light. Santa Claus is coming down your chimney tonight.
When the king croons to hang up your pretty stockings and turn off the light, you know it won't be your sock that gets stuffed, and as for your chimney, just pray he doesn't get stuck.
Well, you be a real good little baby. Santa Claus is back in town.
Number 6. Trim Your Tree, Jimmy Butler.
Please won't you let me trim you a beautiful Christmas tree.
Released by Jimmy Butler in 1954, this jump blues take on Christmas leaves very little to the imagination.
I'm gonna bring along my hatchet, my beautiful Christmas balls. I'll sprinkle my snow up on your tree and hang the mistletoe on your wall.
Okay, sure, at first glance, maybe Jimmy just wants to decorate your tree. And sure, it's possible his hatchet is just a small axe. But what about his beautiful Christmas balls? Or when he hangs mistletoe on your wall?
Well, I heard you had another who says you can trim your tree. But ain't nobody in this whole round world can trim a tree like me.
Okay, fair enough, that's probably just mistletoe. But when he sprinkles snow up your tree, just be happy it wasn't down your chimney, for once.
A beautiful Christmas tree.
Number 5. Santa Claus Wants Some Lovin, Albert King.
It's time for old Santa Claus to make his midnight creep.
Unlike some of the carolers on our list today, Albert King straight up tells us what he's looking for.
Santa Claus wants some lovin'. Do you hear me? Santa Claus wants some lovin'.
But what King lacks in sly metaphor, he more than makes up for with slick and sweaty guitar work and a swanky, greasy, pulsing band that somehow makes sleigh bells sound suggestive.
I don't want no turkey. I don't care nothing about no cake. I want you to come in here, woman, before that children wake.
In a move that separates him from the pack, King does seem to be putting others first, and even acknowledges that Christmas is for the kids. But he's just too tempted by what Mrs. Claus has got going on in the kitchen to focus on bicycle assembly.
But right now, Mom, it's Christmas Eve, so make them happy, happy, cause Santa Claus wants some lovin'.
Oh yeah, and while we're on the topic, can George Clooney get some lovin' too?
Santa Claus wants some lovin', yeah.
Number 4. I'll Be Your Santa Baby, Rufus Thomas.
I'll slide down your chimney and bring you lots of joy.
Eventually included on the same Stax compilation as Albert King's Santa Claus Wants Some Lovin', I'll Be Your Santa Baby is just as swanky and offers a bit more of the Yuletide play-by-play.
I'll be your Santa baby. Yeah, yeah. I'll be your Santa baby.
Known as the world's oldest teenager, Thomas lays out all his juvenile urges but sells it with his ultra-confident delivery.
When the new year rolls around, you still be asking for more. This Christmas, you'll remember, I'll make sure of that.
Don't expect him to throw out the tree on January 5th though, as Rufus plans to not only keep Christmas going well into the new year, but all the way till 1984. Which, seeing as this song came out in 1973, is impressive to say the least.
I'll be your Santa baby, 100 years for sure.
Number 3. I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus, Jimmy Boyd.
I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus.
First recorded by 13-year-old Jimmy Boyd, this is either the tale of a very happy marriage or one in serious trouble.
She thought that I was tucked up in my bedroom fast asleep.
Written for a Saks Fifth Avenue ad campaign, most adults see past the faux adultery and voyeurism and settle on the cuteness. But that didn't stop the Catholic Church from condemning the song when it was first released.
What a laugh it would have been if Daddy had only seen.
Santa or not, the church didn't approve of Christmas mixed in with something as scandalous as locking lips. Later covered by the likes of the Ronettes, the Jackson 5, and John Mellencamp, it's usually the John Mellencamp version rather than Little Jimmy Boyd's that come to mind for most. Perhaps because the song's subdued sexuality is a whole lot less icky coming from a grown man.
You know, for an evening that started out so badly, it has definite possibilities.
Number 2, Baby It's Cold Outside, the Neptune's Daughter soundtrack.
I really can't stay.
Baby, it's cold outside.
I've got to go away.
Baby, it's cold outside.
Okay, so this song probably sends a different vibe today than it was meant to. Written in 1944 by Frank Lesser as a party piece for he and his wife, Lynn Garland, the song first hit the masses in 1949 when it was featured prominently in the film Neptune's Daughter.
Welcome has
How
been
lucky that you dropped
so
in.
nice and warm.
Look out the window at that storm.
There it was performed not once but twice, first with Esther Williams and Ricardo Montalban, and again with a gender reversal by Red Skelton and Betty Garrett, which netted it an Oscar.
We simply must go.
Baby, it's cold outside.
The answer is
But
no.
baby, it's cold outside.
Typically, although not always, presented as a man trying to convince his date to stay the night, the song is a ready-to-go template of steamy flirtations for the oddest pairing of singers, from Michael Bublé and Idina Menzel to Michael Bublé and Anne Murray.
Mind if I move a little
At
closer?
least I'm gonna say that I
Well,
tried.
what's the sense in hurting my pride?
I really can't stay.
Baby, don't hold out.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Everybody kiss somebody. This is the mistletoe jam. I like to party all night. Under the mistletoe, yes, everybody knows we will take off our clothes. Yes, if you want us to, we will.
Let's go outside. It's cold, but the fire's blazing. So baby, let it snow. Boom boom, boom boom, boom boom.
Number 1, Santa Baby, Eartha Kitt.
Santa baby, a 54 convertible to
Written by Joan Javits and recorded by Eartha Kitt in 1953 and 63, Santa Baby sees a much-needed shift in the gender power balance.
think of all the fellas that I haven't kissed. Next year I could be just as good.
Rather than Santa arriving and announcing his needs, our heroine steps up with a big-ticket wish list of her own.
One little thing I really need, the deed to a platinum mine, Santa baby.
From furs to rings to yachts, the new house and a convertible, Christmas Eve with Mrs. Kitt seems like it's sure to break the bank, but it's actually a trade-off for a year's worth of loyalty and best behavior. And after all, you can't put a price on devotion.
Let's see if you believe in me.
Boom boom, boom boom.
Delivered in her breathy and flirty style, Kitt's version has pretty tall heels to fill, although many, from Madonna to Kylie Minogue, have tried.
Come and trim my Christmas tree with some decorations for Tiffany.
Do you agree with our list?
Oh, man! Let it snow, man! Let it... It's a dirty studio. Y'all got bugs.
What's your favorite naughty but nice Christmas songs?
Children's laughter fizzy.
For more tintillating top 10s published daily, be sure to subscribe to MsMojo.
I don't want no turkey. I don't care if I get any cake. I just want you to come back here, Mama, before the children wait.
Santa Claus wants some lovin'.